So, today we are going to learn 5 simple experiments with water. We use water every day for drinking, bathing, for washing clothes, and for so many purposes. Let's see what are these experiments. The first one is bending pencil experiment. Bending pencil experiment that you can see in the picture also. For this you need few materials. Those are a glass with water which is 2/3 full and a pencil. That's it. You just need these two materials. And the procedure is like this. Place a pencil in the water, placing it so that it is tipped to one side. Look through the front of the glass and notice that the pencil is bent. What is the science behind it? What we can learn from it and why it happens? Let's see. Light bends when it passes through one substance to another of a different density. The light is first traveling through the air and then it passes through the water. Since the water is more dense than the air, the light rays bend in the water. This makes the pencil seem to bend as well. The process of light bending is called refraction. Refraction you will learn in your higher class, maybe in the next or the next class. So for now you should know that why this happens, because of the refraction of light. You will see the pencil bending, but actually it is not. It is just an image of the pencil that you can see through the glass that it has been bent, and this happens because of the water density. Now let's come to the second experiment, which is also known as rainbow light experiment. It's very interesting. You should do it by yourself. For this, the materials we require are glass of water, piece of white paper, and full sunlight. So this is very easy to acquire all these things. You might be having all these things at your home, and sunlight you can have anywhere. So all of you, I want you to try this one at home and let me know what was the result. Now come to the procedure. How to do it? Place a glass of water in direct sunlight. Hold the white paper below the glass. Look for the rainbow. Now this is very simple thing. You just have to place the glass and then on the white paper you have to see the rainbow, but inside the glass there should be water. Now what is the science behind it? Rainbows are formed when light passes through water droplets. As the light comes through, it is refracted, just like in the bending pencil experiment in the first experiment. As a result, the light separates into its different colors, which forms the rainbow. So here again the law of light and the law of refraction comes in play. So in this experiment also the lights get refracted because of the water, and all the colors in the water can be seen on a white paper. So there are so many colors, rainbow colors. So rainbow colors, you must be knowing this, so you can see it with the experiment. Now the third one, oil versus water experiment. As you can see in the picture also, we are going to use the materials that are glass or bottle, water, vegetable oil or a similar cooking oil, dishwashing liquid. That's it. These are the only materials that we are going to do. Actually I did it also because this is very interesting to see. When I was a student I did it actually because all the things are already available at home, so it is easy to do. Now what is the procedure? Let's see. Pour water into the glass, pour vegetable oil into the glass. Observe what happens. The vegetable oil and the water separate into layers. Add dishwashing liquid and then stir. Observe what happens. Now you are going to pour water in the glass and then you are going to pour one by one, first vegetable oil and then dishwashing liquid, and then stir them nicely. So you think they are going to mix, but no, they are not. So what is the science behind it? Water and oil are both made up of molecules that are strongly attracted to each other. Water molecules have a positive charge on one end and a negative charge on the other end. Since the opposite ends of the molecule have different charges, it is called a polar molecule. The molecules in the oil are more evenly spaced out and therefore do not have charges on the opposite end of the molecule. These are called nonpolar molecules. Since the water and oil molecule are different types, they do not mix. When the dishwashing liquid is added, it causes the bond between the molecules to change and allow the liquid to mix. Now, when you are going to mix it, you will see the different layer of the oil, dishwashing liquid and water. Even if you stir them properly, then also because of their variable density and because of the water molecules and their negative and positive charges. So the explanation is given over here. What is the science behind it is given over here. You can see, and you will learn about the charges in your higher classes again. So let's come to the fourth experiment. It is which holds more, volume experiment. Now here you are going to get two glasses of different sizes and length. Here what we need? We need large measuring cup filled with water, short and tall glasses of different volume. So over here we are taking two glasses which are of different volume. So when you will take these glasses, remember that one should be short and one should be longer. The note over here, the activity works best with a tall and thin glass. Remember, it should be thin and tall as well as short and fat. So the short one should be fat and the thin one should be tall. I check the volumes ahead of the time to make sure the volume of the short glass is more than the tall was. What is the procedure behind the experiment? Show the kids means I have to show you, or you can show yourself that how it is done, that the short and the tall glasses you have to choose that what believe if you think that both the glasses have the same volume, or maybe the taller glass have more volume, but no, the volumes are different. Pour the water into this glass, and since they chose the glass that they believe hold more water, remind that if you pour the water from their glass to the other glass, the water should fill the other glass and still have water left in their glass. Pour the water into the next glass. Now you have to do it, so you need two different glasses. The taller glass should be the thinner one and the shorter glass should be the fat one. So here, after pouring the water into the second glass to test the hypothesis that the chosen container holds the most water, then you will be shocked after the result. Means when the water was poured into the second glass, it did not fill it entirely. Now what is the science behind this? Most most students, when I did it, when I was a student, I also found the same, that we think that the taller glass is will hold more water, but that is not true. This is not always the case, especially if it is tall and thin. This simple experiment shows that you cannot determine the volume based on the height of an object. So this one is a very simple experiment just to show that if a glass is tall, then it doesn't mean that it will hold more water. It just because it is tall, then it is not the conclusion that it will hold more water than the shorter glass. It may be the opposite thing. It always depends on the volume of the glass. Now the fifth one, surface tension experiment. Over here you have to take a glass, measuring cup filled with water, and eyedropper. So eyedropper means the droppers that are given with the eye drops. You can see, you can have it at your home, or maybe you can find it in any shop where the eye drops are being sold. So here the procedure is: pour water into the glass, filling it to the brim with the eyedropper. Carefully add additional water to the glass. Continue to add water until it overflows. Observe the surface of the water and watch it bulge above the top of the glass. So here you will see the water bulging out of the glass. So you have to put water slowly with the eyedropper, so that will create a surface tension of water. Now what is the science behind it? As I mentioned in the oil versus water experiment, water is a polar molecule. This makes the water molecules stick together with a very strong bond. The surface of the water bulges upward with each drop of water until the molecules can no longer stick together at the top of the glass. This is called surface tension. You can also try this experiment with dropping pennies into the glass. Pennies means coins into the glass, to see how many coins you can add before the water spills over the edge. Likewise, you can also try it with other liquids also. Rubbing alcohol is a good liquid to try, as it does not have a high surface tension value like water does. You can also try it with sanitizer. Of course, you will be having sanitizer at your home at this point of time, where it is mostly needed by everybody over the world. So you can do this experiment with sanitizer also, like mixing sanitizer with water and then seeing that what about the surface tension, and does sanitizer and water mix. You can do so many other experiments regarding water. So I want to know from you also that how many experiments you have done. So I hope you have learned something like interesting today, and I hope you will apply it in your life also. Let me know if you want to learn about more such experiments, and don't forget to comment your feedback. I will be waiting for your feedback, and do this experiment by yourself at home. These are very simple experiment and all the materials are at your home only. So stay safe, study hard, and thank you. See you in the next video.